Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to edit an HDR photo in Lightroom. So the first step comes before you're even in Lightroom. You're going to need to take a series of bracketed photos when you are on location, wherever you're taking your picture. I'm going to be talking about my experience with my Sony camera. I shoot a bracketed image. I choose 9 images at 1 stop of exposure difference between each one of them. So I shoot it on a tripod. Push the button, it beeps a few times, and then it takes a series of 9 photos super fast, all at different exposures. And then we are going to go through how to stack them in Lightroom. Here are the 9 unedited photos that we got. The reason we do this is because we can save the exposure from the highlights from being blown out and save the black from being crushed. We'll get a much higher dynamic range than what can be shot natively in camera with just 1 exposure. Essentially, we're saving the highlight details from the darkest picture and the details from the darkest areas of the brightest picture. So here is my image in Lightroom. It is this dining room that I took my photo in. I have the first one selected, and we are going to go down the line and select the other 9 photos. So I am going to go up here. I've selected all 9 of my photos, and we're going to click on photo, then go to photo merge and go to HDR. Now it's going to create the preview for you. All right, so it's going to bring you up a little preview. You can take a look at it, see how it looks. It's looking pretty good. I'm still going to have to make some adjustments and do some edits on it once we have the final product, but it's all looking good in the preview here. So we're going to click merge right here, and then right here, you'll see this is our new image that is merged. It pops up right to the right of all the other 9 images. And so here we are. This is our HDR image. You can see that, like, if we compare it to this image here, everything on the sides of this like feature wall are a little bit brighter. The lighting is just a little more evened out. Like under the table, you see a few more of the details than say here where it is very, very dark under the table. So we are retaining a lot of those details. Usually the first thing I do is I level it out because leveling is never perfect in camera, and we'll brighten it up just a hair. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with the remove tool. If you haven't used the new Lightroom distraction removal dust, you can see I had some dust on my lens here, here. There's a little spot up here, there's one up here. Let's see, so we'll apply that, let it run for a minute. Perfect. Removed all of those spots. That's also something that I usually do in a bulk edit if I'm editing a whole bunch of photos at once. You can see the little spots it removed. Now, I'm going to click back up here. Air vents, anything that's taking away from the main core, like design elements. Like, I don't need to know that there is a plug there or that the switch for the wall lights is here. So we're going to remove those just to clean up the image a bit. All right, I might even remove some of the reflections from the window. They're kind of distracting. All right, now if I was deciding that I wanted to push the exposure of inside of the room a little bit higher to make it look a little brighter inside, but then I'm like gaining a little too much brightness and like cloudiness outside, I might go in with a brush, make a little mask, brush out the window. Now there is a way that you can do this in Photoshop on different layers and have each one of the 9 photos on different layers, and you can go in and brush which part of each layer you see. That is a little more time intensive, especially for me. I might do the time intensive editing in Photoshop if I was only editing a couple photos, but I have a whole series of like 100 photos of this house that I'm doing for this client. The HDR merge tool in Lightroom is pretty good. It's a lot faster, and there are little tweaks I can do for different things in the picture that I'm not enjoying. So I just brought the exposure down in the window here. I'm also going to bump up the dehaze because that takes away some of that like white haziness from the window. Since I shoot on Sony, I do find that the greens usually end up a little more saturated than I would like. So I'm also going to take down the saturation on the greens in the window just to draw the eye away from it. It's the outside is not the focus of the picture. We want the room the focus of the picture, but still be able to see that there's all that nice greenery outside. So here I would say that this photo is pretty much finished. It took me a pretty quick amount of time. I hope that that tutorial on how to use the HDR photo merge in Lightroom was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in for the next one. Bye!